What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The day is finally here, day 90, and it's been a rough 90 days. I don't want to say rough, but progress in itself, any percent of progress is better than zero. I want to just start off with how the year has been with me so far this whole year. It's been the most progressive year of my life. I've made a lot of changes. I've taken a lot of steps to grow as a person and put myself in a position where I can elevate myself. But with that also came setbacks. I had my own setbacks throughout the year. A lot less than last year and the years before that. I feel like, the past few years, at least leading up to now, I've known about the reason why I started this journey, the whole retention journey, right? This is what it was supposed to be based off of: straight discipline, quitting bad habits, not falling back into my old vices, and just trying to instill discipline lifelong, for however long I can, because I'm not perfect, but I want to be able to stay resilient and stay disciplined. And I'm gonna just start with saying, I found out about the whole retention thing at the end of 2019, 2020, right before COVID hit. And I tried it for myself, and I saw different people out there posting their success, their journeys, how they felt. And I tried it myself. Obviously, I didn't document it at the time. I wasn't documenting anything, but I tried it for myself. And it was extremely hard because I grew up, desensitized to it at a very young age. All of it, corn, and just other things too. It was just something very desensitizing to me. And obviously, as always, all of us know, it's a big distraction, and even for girls too, it could be a big distraction for them as well. But it's all about, your lustful control, right? So I tried to do it for 90 days straight. And the cold, hard, honest truth with you guys, and I'm gonna feel like shit saying this because I wanted to prove that it could be done, for someone the same, who grew up the same as I did, right? Or, could relate to how I did, or however I, could relate to the way I have been. It was hard, I'm being so for real, trying to do that shit, trying to keep something stabilized and not do something that you're so used to doing for 90 days straight is super hard. Especially if it's something you could claim for it to be an addiction, right? And it's not like it's a drug, but it's free access. It's right there. It's on my phone is right here. The longest amount of time I went was 18 days. So 18 days of just full retention. And those 18 days, towards the peak middle end of those 18 days, I felt the strongest I've ever been. I felt the most level-headed. I felt the most clear-minded. And I felt, I failed a lot of times with just, keep trying to keep it on track. I don't want to say the amount of times. I wrote them down, but it was enough times for me to realize that, look, I'm taking myself accountable for this amount of times I'm failing, and regardless if it had been with someone else or on my own volition, I wrote each time I failed. I wrote it down in my notes, and I kept it just to remind myself, look, I did it for this long. I try to keep myself composed for this long. I could try it again and again, and it was hard, because it's I'm trying to get to this goal, and I want to be able to be someone that I could, inspire those to see, look, it could be done. And I ended up failing, but there's benefits that came with that, because there's, I don't want to it's going to sound repetitive because there's a lot of other people that have their own journey and their own experience through the whole 90 days and stuff. And some of them might be lying. Some of them might be telling the truth. Some people actually have that willpower where they're not as, they weren't super addicted, they just did it, and like they could easily quit. Or there's people that are severely addicted and they can't quit. They do it every single day still. Or they just can't control themselves. This is just it's a battle of lust. It's a big battle of lust. But that's what, there's so many points that I want to bring myself to, like throughout this journey, right? I've been working, going to the gym, holding back on my vices, not drinking alcohol, trying to not smoke and stuff like that. Like I ended up, sometime in between, I picked up like hookah and like cigarettes, and then I'm fully quit now. Like I'm fully quitting because there's just no reason for me to be doing these things. There's no reason I find myself putting myself in areas, positions, or place. Like I have been at the middle of this journey, I started going out on the weekends a lot, and that's why I could hold myself accountable. I missed the days of when I was supposed to upload, so it kind of sucks, like there's people here walking around and shit, but I wanted to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to every step of the way. So that's why I plateaued in my gym routines. Like I still work out every day, but it's not like to the capacity I want to push myself to, or even just quitting like all the other things I said. But there's these kids, they're walking by. I'm trying to keep my thought process on track still about this, but I was gonna tell the truth regardless. Like once this day came, I wanted to really tell the truth and like be straightforward and honest about how this journey has went. Because I'm sure you could see in some of my videos, like the energy wasn't there, and the energy like when you reserve your energy, it shows, and it's very obvious, like how like strong you feel and how like everything, like the way you feel, it's super obvious, and you could see when someone's down and when their energy is drained, or when they have a lot of energy. But there's so many key points I wanted to talk about. My social anxiety, like I never really had social anxiety. I've always been an extroverted person, but when I go out and I interact with people and I socialize with people, like I can, I could hold it up for a little bit, and even like with other, like like I don't have no problem talking to like certain people, but others do. Like a lot of people, that when they get on pretension, it's because they either want to try to like build their confidence to talk to females, or like they really do want to quit with, they don't want to goon or whatever, right? And I never really cared about talking to females and stuff like that. Like obviously, like the end goal is to start a family and have kids with somebody, but I right now, like I'm not, like with this next journey that I've been talking about for the past few days, that I'm really trying to, build for myself, is I'm not even trying. What I'm gonna do starting tomorrow, because today is day 90, and I wanted to start a whole new journey. I'm doing 75 hard, and I don't know how I'm gonna document that every day, and I'm gonna try to incorporate what I did with what the initial goal for this journey was, from the start of this journey to the end of 75 hard. I'm gonna try to mend the two and really stay disciplined this time, because it's just, I don't want to regret the failures or the things that I didn't achieve when I said I was going to achieve them. I still took, and I still, like 90 days, that's a quarter of the whole, like that's like a whole quarter of the year so far, documented on my videos, put into the effort on what I'm doing for this channel. So it's progress that I didn't expect to see myself do a few years back, and I'm doing it now, and it's gonna take me to greater places. Hold on, I gotta get away from people, man. I try to, sit down and talk and do shit on my own, but people want to come around and fuck up my video. But I'm still keeping it, like I'm not cutting or editing any parts of this video out. And that's how this channel's been. It's always been authentic. But yeah, I failed the 90-day journey, right? I failed the 90-day retention journey multiple times. And I try to be honest I'm being honest right now, so technically I wasn't really super fully honest, but I'm holding myself accountable, and I'm gonna be able to put all my energy now into the 75-day journey, the 75 hard. I'm gonna document everything every single day this time. I'm gonna be putting my videos not only here, but I'm gonna try to upload them on Rumble, on YouTube and Rumble. So that's going to be out there. And this time I can't have any distractions, because I did have distractions throughout the way, but now I'm not going to allow that for myself. I'm going to try to do that as best as I can. But we made it to the 90-day journey though, guys. Like I'm surprised. Like it takes courage to still, document the progress from day one to now, and admit, the wrongs throughout the whole way through. But yeah, I don't want to talk for too much longer, because I've been like yapping for the past 11 minutes. And I just wanted to let you guys know, like, it might seem very discouraging, like, okay, like, damn, he didn't even get to do it himself. How am I going to be able to do this? It's still doable. It's just, I'm not perfect. We as people are not perfect. Even in God's eye, like, we're not perfect. But that's another thing that that's starting to steer me into the right direction, is having that belief system and having that faith. So keep a strong head. I kept my head strong the whole way through till now. Staying in shape, coming here, doing the days I had off at the gym, coming here. But now it's I have a different type of focus now. I'm gonna continue to do this. The same stuff I've been doing, just 10 times harder now, because I gotta prove to myself that I could do this. This isn't something that, it's not even for you guys. I gotta prove it to myself, and it's all that matters at the end of the day. Whatever you guys got going on, prove it to yourself. I shouldn't be one to like really tell you guys, but I would love to be an inspiration. So that's my goal. I have goals for myself as well. And I believe in myself. I believed in myself since day one. And the times I've fallen, they didn't stop me from getting back up. So that being said though, it's a 13-minute long video. I don't know if I'm gonna try to put this on Rumble, put this on YouTube, and let's see what happens, guys. This is one small step to get to like a bigger part of my life at the end of it. Small goals lead to the big accomplishments. But with that being said, guys, I've been yapping for too long. I'll see you in the next video. 75 hard, starting tomorrow, and I can't wait to freaking document this whole way through. It's gonna be a long ride, but it's doable. 75 hard, and I'm documenting every single day. I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready for this journey. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave those comments in the comment section on, I need some input. I need some, some feedback from you guys. And I'm open-minded to all feedback. So I just want to know what you guys got to say. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.